What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to JC's Learning Edge for another Friday deep dive. I'm so happy that you all are here. And take a quick second to invite someone to join. Remember, I encouraged you all to bring a friend because this session I really believe is going to be powerful. Now, on Wednesday, we talked about the power of learning beyond the classroom. We talked about the skills, the habits, and mindset that sets you up to grow no matter what stage in life you're in. And if you caught that session, you know how I emphasize the importance of combining, your formal education with self-paced learning skills. But today we're going to go even deeper into that concept, and we're going to talk about how to make self-paced learning practical, sustainable, and impactful, not just for school, but for life, for your career, and for your own personal growth. As I said, self paced learning is a way to take accountability for your own growth. And, self paced learning isn't just about doing more, it's about doing smarter. It's about knowing what you need to focus on and when you need to focus on it, and how to measure your progress in ways that actually move you forward. And that being said, that's going to lead me to my first point. Turn curiosity into consistency. You see, this is the first step to mastering self paced learning beyond the classroom. And it's easy to be excited about a new skill for a week and then let it fade away. But real growth comes when learning becomes routine. And here's how you do it: identify high impact skills that align with your goals. See, don't just chase what's trendy because that's going to fade. It's going to be hard for you to keep that up. Focus on what will actually help you in your career, your personal life, and in your long term success and your long term dreams and goals. And then I want you to break learning into small, achievable chunks. We always talk about that. Reverse engineer. So, for example, instead of saying, I'm going to learn marketing this month, that's too vague. Start with 20 to 30 minutes a day focused on one topic, like, you know, social media or email marketing. You stack those small wins like that, then eventually you'll be where you want to be and you'll learn that concept. And then number three, I want you to track your progress. See, self-paced learning without measurement is like driving blindfolded. I'm gonna say that again. Self-paced learning without measurement is like driving blindfolded. And you see, if you journal, if you have checklists or apps, it can help you see your improvement, and you seeing your improvement helps you stay motivated, which keeps your momentum going. So you see, it's a trickle down effect. And remember, consistency builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence is what turns knowledge into results. Y'all want me to say it one more time? Consistency builds momentum. Momentum builds confidence, and confidence is what turns knowledge into results. And that leads me to my second point: apply immediately, don't just consume. So, as I said, the second step is immediate application. Immediate application. See, learning is only valuable when it's applied. That's why I always tell y'all, don't just listen to what I'm telling you, apply the strategies that I'm giving you. You see, it's easy to binge watch, tutorials or read endless articles or watch, JC's Learning Edge twice a week, every week. But if you never put what you learn into practice, it's nothing but wasted time. So that being said, I want you to try this approach. Number one, after learning a new concept, find a small way to use it today. For example, if you're studying leadership skills, practice them in a team meeting or a group project. Then number two, teach someone else what you've learned. That's actually what I'm doing now. Nothing solidifies knowledge faster than teaching, even if it's just a friend. Explaining concepts aloud forces your brain to internalize the information. And even before I got on this platform, I was helping my friends in person. They'll ask me certain questions and I was giving them certain strategies and techniques. And then it clicked. Maybe I need to get online and start teaching it to a broader audience. And then number three, fail fast and adjust. Some of y'all are like, did he just say fail? Yes. Fail fast and adjust. See, application will reveal gaps in your knowledge. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. Don't get scared because you see gaps in your knowledge. That's good. Self-paced learning is not about perfection. It's about progress and adaptability. Again, self-paced learning is not about perfection. It's about progress and adaptability. Think of it this way. Knowledge without action is like a car engine without gas. It looks nice, but doesn't move you forward. I'm gonna let that sink in for a second. It don't move you forward. And that leads me to my third point. Combine formal education with life skills. As I said, self-paced learning works the best when you pair it with your formal education. You see, your degree, certification, or formal training is your foundation, but self-paced learning is the structure you build on top of that. Here's the practical takeaway. Number one, use what you learn in class as a springboard for real-world experiments. For instance, if your course teaches finance basics, start managing a small personal budget to test what you've learned. Number two, seek complementary skills outside of the classroom that enhance your degree or credentials. So if you're in a business school, learn coding, digital marketing, or project management. Me, even after I got my degrees, I went into trying to get my project management certification. I really wanted to learn more about that. And and when you do that, when you add skills on top of your education, that gives you your competitive edge in the marketplace. Then number three, I want you to think long term. Your career won't be defined only by what you know. It'll be defined by how you adapt, how you learn, and how you solve problems independently. Everybody ain't gonna be there to hold your hand all the time. They want you to be able to figure it out. That's what they pay you for. That's how they feel. But self-paced learning prepares you for a world that never stops evolving. So combining your formal education with continuous self-paced learning isn't optional. It's essential. It ensures that you're not just educated, but you're equipped for success. As I said, if you ask me what's a recipe for success, I would say your formal education added with your self-paced learning education. Those two together can get you places. Now, if you want a deeper dive into how to really master this concept of self-paced learning and turn it into real world results, because ain't that what we all want? Results. I cover all of this and much more in my book, Graduate in Half the Time, The Secrets of Self-Paced Learning. You see, I walk you through practical strategies, study techniques, and mindset tools that help you move faster and smarter towards your goals. And remember, these strategies are not just for school. I'm going to say this again. These strategies are not just for school. They're for anyone looking to level up in life and achieve their goals. So, as you step into your weekend, I want you to think about this. Are you learning for the sake of learning, or are you learning to win? I'm going to say that again, and I'm looking right at you. Are you learning for the sake of learning, or are you learning to win? Listen, take the habits, take the skills, and the mindset we've talked about this week and put them into action. Turn your curiosity into consistency. Apply what you learned immediately and combine your formal education with self-paced growth. And that being said, remember, success does not shout, it shows up. Make your learning show up this weekend and bring someone with you on your journey. And that being said, I'll see you next week for a midweek motivation like no other. And please, I encourage you to bring a friend. I really believe what I'm going to be teaching on Wednesday is going to be very impactful. And you already know I'm trying to build a community of, I'm going to say, goal reachers. A community of goal reachers where we can really be there for each other, hold each other accountable, and celebrate when we win. And that being said, I'm JC, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.